Live from the Darien High School, this is Varsity Boys Basketball on the DAF Media Network. Today we have the Norwalk Bears visiting the Darien Blue Wave. Hello everyone, my name is Ted Brennan. Alongside me today, my color commentator Trey Cahill. And Trey, we should have an exciting matchup today on the DAF Media Network.
Yeah, both teams are 3-6 here and evenly matched. Should be a good one.
Starting lineups for today for the visiting Norwalk Bears. It's Cameron Edwards, number 1. Cameron Edwards, number 1, Anthony Moore, number 2, number 4, Jeremiah Simeon, number 5, Makai Cherry, and number 23, James Huffnagel. As for the Blue Wave, number 2, Amir Preston, number 10, Miles Drake, number 14, Simeon Dahl. As Kiskin, who's starting today, number 34, he gets inside. And number 23, Carson Drake. A very similar starting lineup for Coach Sharoy Bentley. Huffnagel inside, he gets that one to go. Trey, you mentioned earlier that both teams are 3-6. Darien better than their record shows. As for Norwalk, Darien's had trouble playing a full 32 minutes. We'll see if they can play a full 32 minutes, not unravel. Simeon Dahl's 3 is no good. Rebound, Carson Drake.
Yeah, like you were saying, Ted, there's always a bit of 5 to 6 minutes of poor play from Darien where their opponents can usually capitalize, and that's what Norwalk needs to do tonight.
The FCIAC is a game of runs, and so many runs can determine the outcome of a game. Last night for the Wave, that game against Fairfield Ludlow, as Kiskin, no good, puts it up and in. Big fella.
From the gate, that's 2 offensive rebounds on that possession from Darien, just dominating the boards.
A smaller Norwalk team. As I said before, last night for the Wave, they fell to Fairfield Ludlow. That game is on DAF Media Network. Long 3, that's no good. Gets his own rebound. Huffnagel, free throw line. That's no good either. Rebound goes to Miles Drake. And a jump ball in favor of the Wave. As I was mentioning before I got cut off, the Wave lost last night. They had the lead for a little bit, and they were down 3 going into halftime. But in that third quarter, Ludlow started out an 8-0 run, which led them to the victory, as Kiskin gets his 3rd basket of the night off the assist from Simeon Dahl.
Great start for Kiskin, who's averaging 2.6 points per game. Already has 4 points. Should be a big night for him if he keeps it up.
Kiskin's got 6 right now. He's got all of Darien's points. That's no good from Huffnagel. Rebound, Preston. Here comes the Wave. Fine Kiskin. What ain't broke, don't fix it, says Amir Preston, feeding Brian Kiskin, who will go to the line. Foul will be on Huffnagel.
Yeah, Darien found, seems like one of Norwalk's weaknesses early here, giving it to the big man, Kiskin.
Kiskin hits his first. Norwalk team, a shorter team this year, as Kiskin will hit his second. He's got 8 here already in the opening quarter, and we're not even 3 minutes into this game. But their tallest player, Norwalk, matches up very nicely against Carson Drake. However, Brian Kiskin towers over Huffnagel, but he's got a good pass inside. And that Huffnagel gave it up to Cherry, and Cherry with a nice reverse layup, and we'll have our first time out of the game. Coach Matt Whalen decides he wants to change some things up, not liking what he's seeing. Trey, we saw there that was a good offensive possession, but on defense, they've just been struggling to contain Brian Kiskin.
Yeah, and Darien's been doing this kind of 3 point guards, or 3 guards, should I say, and 2 power forwards, kind of not using a shooting or small forward. And it's been Kiskin and Drake for the most part, and then they'll sub in Barber sometimes. And this has worked well for Darien so far.
The last couple of games, the big fellas have gotten into a bit of foul trouble, specifically Brian Kiskin and Jack Barber and Carson Drake. Last game, Carson Drake did not have any fouls, I believe. He might have had one, but he stayed out of foul trouble, which helped Darien immensely on the boards. But if you're Brian Kiskin and Jack Barber, I'd look, or you would hope that they don't pick up too many fouls here early on, as that's their problem. They pick up early fouls. Wave moving the ball around. Simeon Dahl, that's a three. Yes, sir. Simeon Dahl from deep. He's 1 of 2 from deep, which also means he's 1 of 2 from the floor. Cherry inside. Good layup, no good though. Or should I say fancy layup. Dahl with the rebound. Back to Dahl, he's got the confidence. No good. Rebound Huffnagel. Norwalk in the corner. Moving the ball around nicely so far. Cherry back up top. Gives it up to the wing. That's good. Cameron Edwards. A long two-pointer.
That was a two-pointer right there?
They're scoring it as a two-pointer.
Looked like a three-pointer from our angle, but
actually the correction comes over the PA system. Anthony Sweeney for Darien. And Preston will draw the foul. That might be Huffnagel's second. That is Huffnagel's second. He's in early foul trouble.
And we'll see if Norwalk subs him out. As it looks like they've got Kitts and Edwards about to sub in.
Preston hits his first. Tallest player on the floor for Norwalk right now is Jeremiah Simeon. No good on the second. Rebound Simeon. So Amani Edwards will check in for James Huffnagel. And Norwalk's got a smaller lineup. Trey, if you're Darien, are you looking to the big fellas? As Edwards gets inside.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to the big fellas, as they have all year. They've really been able to break through opponents' defenses.
Kiskin fades away. In and out, but he'll go to the line for two. Kiskin will head back to the line. Amani Edwards, who just checked in for Huffnagel, who has 2 fouls, picks up a quick 1. And we will take our first match break. At the first match break, it's 12-9 in favor of Darien with 2 on the way. We'll be back in a moment. Back here on the DAF Media Network with Brian Kiskin at the line shooting 2. And he makes the first. He misses the second. Simeon on the rebound. Kiskin's got 9 points so far. He's having a great first quarter, Trey. Kyle Bloomer has checked into the game for Darien, subbing out Simeon Dahl. Good passing. No good. Kiskin with the board.
Even though it didn't go in, that was great ball movement from Norwalk.
They got a good outside shot from Cameron Edwards, and I'm sure that's what you want to see from Norwalk, as they don't want to go into the paint with the 2 big fellas. Preston finds Bloomer, who gives it to Drake. Kiskin, that's no good, but a late foul call. Kiskin heading to the line for the 3rd time in this opening quarter. Foul there was on Cherry. And Kiskin hits the 1st. Barber will check in for Carson Drake. He played a lot of minutes last night as Kiskin and Barber got into early foul trouble. And Kiskin will hit the 2nd. He's got 11 so far. Trey, do you look to continue to feed Brian Kiskin throughout this game?
Of course, how could you not right now?
Inside, Kiskin will pick up the foul call as Amani Edwards will go to the line for 2.
Kiskin has 11 of 15 of Darien's 15 points right now?
Correct. He's got 11 of the 15. But he picks up his 1st foul there. Edwards will hit the 1st. Kiskin's got 11, Dahl's got 3, and Preston has 1 from that lone free throw he hit earlier. That one is short, rebound Barber. Preston gives it up to Bloomer. Not much of a three-point shooter, but he can hit it if need be. Not his first option, though. Preston up top gives it to Bloomer, who's going to drive baseline. Forces up a shot. That's no good. Rebound will go Norwalk's way. That's Moorer. Norwalk will reset. Moorer gives it to the corner. That's Simeon. No good. Rebound Drake. Drake to Preston, back to Drake.
Doesn't count.
But a charge will be called. Great play there by Cameron Edwards.
I was just about to say, Miles Drake has been quiet as he's the team's leading scorer with 15.3 points per game. And I was waiting for him to break through on the stat sheet.
Good play there to draw the charge on Drake, who's coming down the lane like a bat out of hell. And Preston will tip that one out of bounds. It will stay with Norwalk. Norwalk is down 5 in this opening period. John Fiorita will check in for Miles Drake. Darien, of course, in the home whites with the blue trims. Norwalk in the green aways with the white trim, white and black trims. Edwards up top. Kitts will take a long 3. Doesn't get the friendly roll. It's going to stay with Norwalk.
Darien's done a great job on defense so far. Norwalk can't really break through this 2-3 zone. They've been forced to take a lot of outside shots.
One thing that I want to mention quickly is that we are running a 1-camera setup today because we do have another game at the Darien Ice House immediately following this game, which I will be on the call with Dylan Pescator and Austin Platt of NCTV. Norwalk trying to find the open holes in this zone. No good. Rebound goes to Bloomer. Here comes Preston. Preston, double dribble. Got a little ahead of himself there. And that'll be a turnover. He was looking for the basket, Trey. He really wanted it.
Yeah, and got a little excited and forced a little double dribble. A little unforced error there, but
so far it's been a very clean game for both teams. Not a ton of turnovers. Fiorita has the matchup against Simeon. Inside, that's good. That's Anthony Moorer. 6 seconds. Moving screen on Kiskin, that's his 2nd. He picks up his 2nd. Here comes in Carson Drake as Kiskin's gonna take a seat.
Great first quarter by Kiskin though, even though he picked up 2 fouls. He's leading his team in points by far. It's not even close.
It's 11, his 11 points to 4 combined, as that's no good at the end of the quarter. After one, the score is 15-12 in favor of the Wave. We'll be back on the DAF Media Network in just a moment.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England. All made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Going to give a quick shout out to our production crew right now: Sarah Bogdan, our director, Kenzie O'Shea, our producer, Jack Blanky, working the only camera we have today for this broadcast, Trey Cahill, my color commentator, and of course I'm Ted Brennan. Thank you all for joining us here on the DAF Media Network on a Tuesday afternoon. Moore will take the ball. He's at the half circle. Back to Moore in the corner. Good movement. Trey, so far that's something we've seen from this Norwalk team. They're very good at moving the ball around, something that Darien had trouble with Fairfield Ludlow last night.
Yeah, specifically around the perimeter there too.
Good inside from Terrence Kitts. A nice little layup through contact, and the lead is cut down to 1. Fiorita in the corner. Back up top to Preston. Preston thought about it. Now he pulls up. No good. Darien hopes for Preston to find the shooting stroke. He had a rough night last night, but of course today is a new day, so Darien hopes that he can find some success. Big leader on this team, as he'll pick up a blocking foul. Trey, out of the games we've called this year, this is one of the better first quarters for Darien.
Yeah, very few turnovers. They got one of their big men in Kiskin hot early, and that's why they have the lead right now. It might be only one, but it's a lead.
Norwalk can take the lead here on this possession. Inside to Simeon, kicking it out to Edwards. Good ball movement again. Miles Drake with the steal, and he'll get the foul call on Simeon. Great play there from Miles Drake. Jeremiah Simeon picks up the foul. That's his first.
The only con I can say right now about Norwalk is they have 5 team fouls. Other than that, they've played a pretty good game too.
Drake hits the first. And he hits the second. He's always very consistent. On that last play there, Trey, it looked like Kitts thought it was going to be a back court call, so he didn't hustle to it, and it allowed Drake to get the steal, then pick up get Simeon to pick up the foul.
Yeah, and if I'm Kitts, I would just take that so you can regroup your defense and not have a breakaway from Miles Drake.
Kitts Can't connect. Rebound Simeon. Simeon drives inside. Tough finish through contact. Lead back down to 1 for the Wave. This is a game that can go either way. Both teams pretty evenly matched. Screen by Drake. Preston tried to put it inside, no good. Steal by Simeon. Here come the Bears. Free ball. No good. Rebound Miles Drake. He's got 2 rebounds so far. Drake, Fiorita back to Bloomer. Bloomer tried a one-handed pass. Luckily for him, a kick ball off of Norwalk. Trey, that was a dangerous pass.
Yeah, not really necessary pass. Darien can, I mean, they do have the lead. It's only a 1-point lead, but they don't need to be forcing the issue.
Dahl thought about it, picked up his dribble. Preston will maneuver back to the top. Finds Dahl. Good ball movement. Preston tried to go glass, no good. Rebound, Carson Drake. Good dump off. Johnny Fiorita inside off of the nice dime from Carson Drake.
Can't forget the great pump fake there by Johnny Fiorita as well.
Unfortunately, we don't have instant replay to take a look at that one, but that was beautiful. A nice feed from Drake, a fastball from Drake. He is a varsity pitcher, Trey. You will know that one well. Fired it into Fiorita, and Fiorita with a nice pump fake, scoop and score. The lead is now 3 points for the Wave. Trey, what have you seen out of this Darien offense so far?
So far, they've just been able to hit their shots. They haven't been able to do that every game, but today they're all falling in. I mean, Kiskin's got 11 already. He hasn't even played in the second quarter yet. And Miles Drake's had some great plays, too. Kind of just top to bottom, great basketball so far.
Only a few missed shots here on our stat sheet. But Kiskin's got 11. Fiorita's got 2. Drake's got 2. Preston's got 1. Dahl's got 3. Besides Kiskin, pretty evenly spread out in the scoring. But of course, you know, if Kiskin's hot, you got to roll with him. And we'll see if he eventually comes back into the game, maybe in the second half. We'll see if that break cools him down. Owen Wagner has checked in the game for Darien, checking in for Amir Preston. Stolen by Fiorita. Fiorita pulls it up, gives it to Dahl. Three ball Fiorita, Johnny Cash.
He was wide open there. Darien was able to find a gap in the Norwalk defense and capitalize on it.
Good assist there from Miles. Johnny Cash, as they called him last year, had a big game against Wilton last year where he hit 3 3-point shots. He's a good young player.
Great on defense as well, and they'll use him in late game situations when they need good defense.
Darien playing some great man-to-man defense. That pass finds its way to Simeon. No good. Rebound by the other Simeon, Simeon Dahl. A 4-guard lineup for Coach Roy Bentley. That's something we rarely have seen this year, Trey.
Yeah, but I would say it's you could use Fiorita as a small forward in this situation.
Simeon Dahl will get that one to go. He's got 5. This Darien team putting it together on offense and defense. That's something that Coach Roy Bentley wants to see. Inside to Edwards. That's no good. Rebound Carson Drake. Here come the Wave. Miles Drake to Dahl. Foul on the floor. I thought he was going to find Fiorita in the corner again. But still a good play nonetheless. Able to pick up the foul.
That's Simeon's second there.
That's Jeremiah Simeon second, not Simeon Dawes. Simeon on Simeon crime. We're going to take a quick break as they will take their mask break. Back here on the DAF Media Network, it'll be Darien inbounding the ball after a Simeon on Simeon crime. Jeremiah Simeon picks up his second after fouling Simeon Dahl on the floor.
So far from Darien, they've just played confident basketball, and there's been a lot of lights of confident basketball from this team that we haven't seen years before.
Drake no good, and he'll pick up one right there. It's only Carson Drake's first shot from the floor tonight. Jeremiah Simeon coming up top. Owen Wagner defending. Gonzalez has checked in. He'll be in the corner. Here comes Simeon. Down the lane. Tough finish.
Jeremiah Simeon now 2 for 4 from the field.
Screen by Miles Drake. Fiorita on the wing. Wagner in the corner finds Carson Drake.
They're going to call a charge there.
That's Carson Drake's second. And a great play there by Edwards. Picking up the charge on Drake.
Darien's got a 3-man press going, and Preston's not too far behind them.
They want to put pressure on teams. They've been working on that all year. Simeon for three. Off. Rebound Fiorita. Miles Drake from downtown. No good. And
looks like that's going to be a foul on.
And that'll be a foul on James Huffnagel.
That's his third right there.
That's an over the back. And he'll be subbed out immediately. Amani Edwards will check back into the game. 1-1.
Norwalk's coach Matt Whelan seems upset with the call.
Definitely could have gone either way. Drake will be taking the 1-1. Hits the first to gain a second. Trey, something about Matt Whelan. He grew up in Ridgefield, played high school basketball at Ridgefield, and also at Worcester Prep, which is in Massachusetts. And he played his college ball at Gettysburg College as Drake goes 2 for 2. So Whelan's got some knowledge of the game. He's also got 6 years of varsity experience at Joel Barlow. This is his third season coaching Norwalk.
Great ball movement from Norwalk.
And Preston will get called for a push there on Edwards. Preston picks up his second. It'll be a 1-1. I believe Edwards will head to the line. Cameron Edwards at the line. Wagner will check in for Preston, who's got 2. Makai Cherry back in the game for Norwalk. Cameron, no good. Rebound goes to Edwards, Amani Edwards. That's inside. Makai Cherry. Good rebound there. Fiorita thought about it. No. Drake back at the top of the key.
Still only one big man in for Darien and Jack Barber.
He's gotten some big varsity minutes this year, especially when the other two big men have been in foul trouble.
He's trying to get open right now, but looks like Edwards is playing some good deep on him.
Good ball movement here, swinging the ball around nicely. Darien is just killing some clock with all these passes as well, which definitely helps. Good defense from Edwards. Drake gets blocked. Cameron Edwards says no thank you. No good. Wagner rebound. Drake gets that one. Almost stolen, tipped out. That was a nice block there from Cameron Edwards, saying no to Miles Drake.
I wish we had that one on replay as well.
That would have been nice to look at. Big swat. Wagner to Barber. Gets the foul, late foul, but a foul nonetheless, and Barber will head to the line. Good pass there from Wagner to Barber. They played last year together on the JV team, developed a good connection and good chemistry, carrying it over to the varsity team this year. Cameron Edwards picks up the foul. Barber sinks the first.
Both teams have been a little upset with the refs so far. A lot of fouls being called.
Barber misses the second. Rebound, Moorer. 18 seconds left in this first half. Cameron Edwards, blocked by Bloomer. Gives it up to Dahl. Yes, sir, Simeon Dahl.
Great pass there by Wagner. Great steal and pass, might I add.
I believe that was Bloomer, and Moorer will hit the three to end the half. I wish we had those two plays on replay. Bloomer setting up that Dahl finish after the block and rebound, and then a nice three from Moorer. Trey, what did you see out of this Norwalk team in the first half?
Well, I saw on defense they had a little tough time containing Darien, especially Brian Kiskin in the first quarter, Miles Drake later on in the second quarter. But on offense, they also had a tough time breaking through that defense, especially with the usual two power forward setup that Darien runs. Had to take a lot of outside shots, and they only made 2 3-pointers in the entire second half, or first half, might add.
So Darien will lead 29-23 going into halftime. We will see you with third quarter action just around the corner.
I'm proud of the work the Darien Foundation has done over the past 20 years. If you live here, our work has likely impacted you, your family, and your neighbors. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4.2 million in grants, which create opportunity for Darien's youth, support our town's safety and security services, and enhance the overall quality of life in Darien through collaboration with community organizations.
As a family that's relatively new to town and planning to make this our long-term home, I'm grateful to see my community and my family benefit from the Darien Foundation. When I learned that the edible gardens at the elementary schools, the generator at the Darien Library, and the playground by the Sound were all funded by the same organization, I raised my hand to get involved. I'm proud to support an organization whose impact I see every day in our schools and throughout our community.
So far this year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $138,000 in grants to enhance our community. In 2013, the Darien Community Association opened a 4-acre bird sanctuary thanks to a grant from the Darien Foundation. The serene wooded glade has attracted numerous birds, bees, and butterflies, as well as more than 200 school children and other visitors. This year, they added a new pondless waterfall, as well as more trees, plantings, signage, and benches. In 1976, the Darien Historical Society and Darien High School students built the Middlesex, an authentic replica of the 18th century whaleboats. These were used by local patriots in the Revolutionary War to fight the British Navy in Long Island Sound. The Darien Historical Society is restoring this artifact so that it can be part of Darien's upcoming 2020 bicentennial celebrations. The live turtle exhibit continues to be the most popular attraction for children at the Darien Nature Center, which welcomes over 16,000 visits annually. A new forest and pond ecosystem will allow visitors to engage with several species of turtle that will live together in a 50 square foot habitat that resembles their natural home.
This has been such a special collaboration between the Darien Nature Center and the Darien Foundation, because not only have they provided generous funding to us, but we've been able to meet with members of the foundation and our staff and talk about what is going to make the very best exhibit for the town of Darien, and we've really added value to the process by doing that.
The vast majority of food distributed by Person to Person is donated from local suppliers and businesses. A group of dedicated volunteers drives the brand new cargo van on these daily rounds, which each year account for more than $100,000 in collected food. Person to Person also has an extensive youth program, offering many Darien High School and middle school students their first experiences at volunteering.
Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have a beautiful new van. We're very excited about it, not only because it's new and it's safe for those who are riding in it and driving and going to pick up all the food, but also it speaks to the support of the Darien Foundation, as well as speaks to what Person to Person does in the community.
For more than 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien, offering our town's youth, emergency services, and community organizations an avenue to pursue innovation and excellence. Collaboration with you, the members of our community, has been vital to our mission. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
Back here on the DAF Media Network with some second half action. The Wave lead 29-23. Darien and Norwalk have flip sides. Darien's now going from left to right, while Norwalk will be going right to left. Trey, that first quarter for Brian Kiskin was something special. 11 points in the first quarter alone, and then got into some foul trouble, had to sit out the second quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if he can keep his momentum that he had in the first quarter.
We'll see if him sitting on the bench cooled him down, or it just gave him even more fire to come out and score again. Preston will go to the line shooting 2. Foul there on Anthony Moore. His first. No good from Preston there. Preston's senior captain, 3-year varsity. The lone senior captain on this team misses the second. 1 for 4 so far. Cherry in the corner. Inside. Hofnagel no good, but the rebound from Cherry and the tip in. Mackay Cherry hung in the air right there and got a nice tip in.
Cherry's got 6 points now, leading his team. As Norwalk's they're pretty spread out amongst who's gotten points. Seems like 7 different players are on the board, points-wise, for Norwalk.
Darien is trying to get a favorable matchup for Kiskin. Dahl in the corner. Yes, sir, from downtown. Simeon Dahl. His second three-pointer of the night, shooting 50% from behind the arc so far. That was all set up by some good Darien passing. Inside, Preston tried to draw the charge on Edwards, but no call, and Edwards will get the bucket. Preston drew 2 charges last night in the Ludlow game. Tried to pick up another one there. Tipped out by Jeremiah Simeon. Fiorito will check in for Preston. Dahl, left hand, no good. Rebound, Drake. Nope, another rebound, another block by Cherry. Here comes Norwalk going the other way. And Miles will pick up the foul, his second. Some good defense inside from Norwalk.
Yeah, I think they finally figured out after the first half, they were kind of dominated in the paint, figured out how to contain Brian Kiskin and Carson Drake, along with Jack Barber coming off the bench.
Drake yesterday had, I believe, 12 points, 12 or 14, and 5 rebounds. Tonight he's 0 of 3, has yet to make a bucket. Darien in a 2-3 zone here. That's no good from Hofnagel. Rebound Kiskin. Kiskin's third of the night. Dahl. It's pressured, but it finds its way to Miles Drake.
Good defense here from Norwalk. Darien can't really find anything.
Kiskin up top. Back to Miles. Free throw line. That's pretty. Miles Drake gets on the field goal board. He's got 6, 4 from free throws alone. Trey, you mentioned earlier that Miles Drake is averaging 17 points per game. Is that correct?
That is correct.
He's got 6 so far. An unusually quiet night for him. We'll see if he can turn it up in this second half.
But it's great for Darien that their leading scorer obviously isn't having the best night.
Inside. Rebound by Jeremiah Simeon. Cleans up his own mess.
But what I was saying is, one sec.
Steal
here.
there by Cherry. He's coming the opposite way. Down the lane. And a charge. Miles Drake picks up the charge. Trey, this would be a good time to continue.
Yeah, so Miles Drake had 6 points today.
6
so far.
points.
17 points per game. He's not his best game, but Darien's still able to have a substantial lead right now. And they don't have, that just goes to show the depth in this Darien team.
Many scoring options. One coming from an unlikely source tonight in Brian Kiskin. He's got 11, and he's going to bring up the ball. It's not really what you want if you're Darien, but Norwalk had a good press there, so Kiskin was forced to bring it up. Here comes Drake. Drake had a couple of crafty shots yesterday, getting himself open, making something out of nothing. Carson Drake. Darien bench does not agree with that. Drake will pick up his third.
There's been a lot of fouls today on both sides that I have not agreed with.
Darien bench in disbelief. Barber will check in for Drake.
The refs have been quite liberally handing out fouls.
A lot of charges I've seen today, a lot more than I think I've ever seen. And Kiskin will get called for a trip on Huffnagel. Looked like he got caught up in his own feet.
It's going to be his third foul, right?
The big men are in some foul trouble. Third foul on Kiskin. We already know that Carson Drake has 3. They're going to have to play a little more conservative if they want to remain late in this game. No foul call there, but Huffnagel's right there to clean up the miss. And the lead is down to 3. Preston. Yes, sir. Preston.
Looked like Edwards tried to draw the charge there with the refs calling a lot of them tonight.
It might be time for some players to get their acting skills out. Try to draw some charges. But Preston, a good move there. Huffnagel inside. That's good. Good move. Lead back down to 3. Here comes Preston.
Huffnagel's now got 6 as Edwards tried to draw the charge again there.
He might get called for a blocking foul if he continues to do that. Drake up top. Some good Norwalk defense here. Miles Drake from downtown. No good. That one was shot all the way from Norwalk High School. And Trey, that was probably the best option they had on that. Norwalk's defense has been stifling. 3 ball. That's no good. Gonzalez with the miss. That one went too far left. Preston, good dime to Barber.
That was all set up there by the give and go. Preston to Fiorita, back to Preston, then on to Barber for the easy bucket.
Preston's got such a good eye when it comes to passing. He's only got 1 assist tonight, but we've seen some pretty passes that have led to fouls. And we're taking the mass break now with only a minute left in this first quarter, or a little over a minute left in this first quarter. Darien has the lead, 5 points. Trey, what would you want to see Darien to do to extend their lead?
Well, just keep doing what they're doing. I mean, they're firing on all cylinders right now, and they've been able to get great open shots. They've been able to get themselves open, and they've been able to make buckets as well. So just keep doing what they're doing right now.
And as for Norwalk, what would you say to cut into that lead?
You got to find a way to break inside, especially now that most of Darien's big men are in foul trouble. Try and draw some fouls there, get maybe one of their big men out of the game. Then you can capitalize on that and get some easy buckets down low.
Drake and Kiskin both have 3. Barber does not have a foul yet. We'll see if that continues. There's a minute 48 left in this third quarter here on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. 38-35 in favor of the Wave. Darien has had the lead for most of the game. I do not know if Norwalk had the lead at any point in this game. They might have had it once or twice. But Darien has had the lead so far, or at least for the good majority. Gonzalez thought about it. That's not it for him. Simeon almost lost it. Steal by Preston. Here comes Preston. And Edwards met him at the rim. He might have not gotten the block there as Simeon picks it up. But I wish we had that one as a turnover there from Preston. I wish we had that one on instant replay. Even if he didn't get the block, still met him at the rim. It looked like he was slacking off, and then he comes out of nowhere to contest that shot.
It's getting a little scrappy now.
Simeon for 3. No good. Drake jumped too early. Rebound Gonzalez. Huffnagel for 3. Bank isn't open today, Huffnagel. For 3, Edwards. No good. Another rebound. That one goes Darien's way. Finds Miles Drake. And Drake's going to slow it down as that was a wild sequence of events.
Yeah, at least 3 offensive rebounds there. Unlike Darien, as they usually are dominant on the boards.
I'm sure Kiskin is playing a little more conservative now that he has 3 fouls. Drake gets blocked by Huffnagel. Technical foul will be called on Jeremiah Simeon.
Sounds like unsportsmanlike conduct, but I didn't hear anything or see anything. Also wasn't looking in that direction.
Technical foul on Simeon.
Jeremiah Simeon, understandably upset with that one. He might have been jawing in the ref's ear, but we're not sure what the cause of that was. But nonetheless, Drake will head to the line, his 3rd trip so far. Makes the first. Bloomer and Dahl will check in for Kiskin and Fiorita. Gets the second. Drake has 6 from the line, 2 from the floor. He's got 8 points. Four seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Drake inside. No good. Good defense there by Edwards, who has seemed to contest almost all of the shots so far. Darien up by 5 at the end of 3. We'll be back with 4th quarter action in just a moment.
Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, Norwalk will inbound this one, down 5 with 1 quarter left to play here in this FCIAC West matchup. In the corner, Kitts. That's good. Cuts the lead to 2. Good pass there from Cameron Edwards, finding the open man in the corner.
That's Norwalk's 3rd three-pointer. They have not been that efficient from three-point land today.
Preston finds Dahl cross court, and he cans it. Dahl, that's his 3rd 3 of the night, 3 for 5. Shooting an efficient 60% from 3. Good pump fake from Gonzalez. He answers right back. It's a 3-point shootout. Back-to-back-to-back threes.
We haven't given enough credit to Simeon Dahl tonight. Outstanding performance, 3 three-pointers.
He's got 11 himself. Or actually, he's got 13 as a turnover there. Norwalk can tie it on this possession. Carson Drake is back into the game for Darien, working with 3 fouls. Huffnagel, out, no good. Rebound finds Carson Drake. That's his 6th.
If I'm Norwalk right now, both Drake and Kiskin have 3 fouls. You definitely want to go inside, try and get a foul.
And Norwalk will draw a foul. Terrence Kitts. Miles Drake picks up his 3rd. And that's yet another charge in this game, Trey.
At least 4. There might be 5 charges.
Kitts in the corner. No good. Rebound Kiskin. Darien still holds a 2-point lead. Dahl. That's good. Tough shot from Simeon Dahl, but he's got another one. He's got 3 three-pointers, and Edwards blows by Kiskin, cuts the lead back down to 2.
Edwards has 4 points in the second half.
Dahl has 15 in the game.
I was about to say, in the second half, jeez.
No, he's got 15 in the game, 3 threes, which is 9, and then 3 layups as he found Brian Kiskin, who unfortunately smoked the layup. That would have been a nice dime. Norwalk has a chance to tie or take the lead. Huffnagel falls to the floor, no good. Rebound Dahl.
Norwalk was definitely looking for the foul there.
Dahl has had a very good night so far. Kiskin fumbled that one. And a foul will be called on Huffnagel.
Yeah, we were saying that they missed the foul on Huffnagel in the previous possession, but they gave it to Darien there. They just give them a
and another technical. I believe that's going to be on the coach, Waylon. Huffnagel picks up the technical. That's 2 technicals from Norwalk. Kiskin will go to the line.
I was going to say, if it was on the coach, I didn't think it was warranted a tech, but maybe Huffnagel did say something.
Kiskin will hit the first one, extending the lead to 3. Kiskin hits the second, goes 2 for 2 on that trip. So that's his 2 that he earned, and now Miles Drake will go to the line. Gets the first on the technical.
That technical just killed Norwalk.
And he gets the second. Drake has been perfect from the line. He's a perfect 8 of 8. He's got 10 points.
Sorry, Darien basically just got a free 4 points there.
And they get the ball back. Lead is now 6. So I believe Edwards was talking to the ref, wondering how or why the technical, and I believe Huffnagel was upset with the call, stomped his foot, which warranted a technical. Bloomer now has the ball. He's checked in. Dahl.
Drake's got to be careful here.
Kick out. Kiskin, that's no good. Blocked there from Simeon. Here's Jeremiah Simeon. Back to Gonzalez, back, playing a little keep away.
Simeon's their leading scorer tonight with 8.
Both Simeons are leading scorers. And a timeout from Whalen, a full timeout.
Whalen's obviously upset with the ref here.
Trey, we've seen I said it earlier, but we've seen a battle of the Simeons so far. Simeon Dahl coming in and having a game. 3 3-pointers. He's got 15 in total. And then Jeremiah Simeon.
He's got 8 points so far, 4 rebounds, actually 5 rebounds. And he has been 4 of 10 from the field.
Bit of a rough night from the field for him. And, of course, he has the one technical from earlier. But the lead is now 6 points for Darien. Essentially, as you mentioned before, a free 4 points. Their lead was 2, now it's 6. There's about 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Darien's going to try to hang on for the win. So stick with us as the timeout winds down. Darien's going to rock Miles Drake, Carson Drake, Simeon Dahl, Kyle Bloomer, and Brian Kiskin.
Norwalk's been 45% field goal percentage tonight.
Gonzalez up top. Gives it back to Kitts. He's been very efficient from the floor. Edwards inside. That's good. Cameron Edwards. A nice little floater, soft touch inside. Dahl in the corner. He's going to look for his fourth. No good.
Even though that didn't go in, you can't leave Dahl that open, especially with how hot he's been tonight.
Been very efficient from the floor. Norwalk doing what they do best, moving this ball around. Darien faithful getting into it. Finding the seams. And Dahl will get called for the push foul right there. That's his first. And a mass break. We'll take a couple of seconds here for the mass break. We'll be back on the DAF Media Network with the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Back here on the DAF Media Network, Darien's lead is only 4, and Norwalk has the ball, and they've been doing some great passing, finding the open man. We'll see if they can cut down this lead.
No way, that was not a foul. Mir Preston didn't even touch him.
Preston will pick up his third foul. Trey letting the watchers at home know his thoughts. And I gotta hand it to Edwards. He's been very good about picking up fouls today.
And Edwards just smirked to the bench. He knew it wasn't a foul either, but he'll take it.
Might want to open up an acting school. Can't draw the foul there. Hold Dahl with the steal.
There's no way that's a foul either.
Hold on Terrence Kitts, or as he's better known, TK Kitts. Moorer will check in for Gonzalez. Drake will find Dahl in the backcourt with a nice little handoff for Preston. Blocking foul on Edwards. Couldn't get the charge that time. Preston will head to the line. Trey, you looked at me almost like if that was a charge.
I just can't believe some of these fouls. I mean, you're allowed a little contact.
I wonder if they're calling it tighter because of the chippiness that they've seen between these two teams early on in the game as Preston hits the first. That one is short. Rebound, Fiorita. And Darien will call the timeout as Fiorita was on the floor. Preston goes 1 for 2 from the line. He's 2 of 6 overall from the line. He's got 4 points tonight. 30-second timeout for the Wave. A 5-point lead here in this fourth quarter.
And Norwalk here, they need to find an open man, try and get through this Darien defense, which has kind of shut them out. They've got 45 points, not bad, but I think they got to get it to Jeremiah Simeon or Cameron Edwards, their 2 leading scorers, with 8 points and 9 points respectively.
They're faring much better than they did yesterday, losing to New Canaan 40-28. They only put up 28 on that New Canaan team. Darien lost by 4 to that same New Canaan team earlier on in this season. Under 3 minutes to go here on the DAF Media Network, and it's going to come down to the wire. And Drake will be called for a turnover there. The 5-second rule was in effect. Couldn't get enough space from his defender, couldn't shake him, and that's a turnover. That's only Drake's first turnover of the night, their 5th overall, so a very clean game from Darien.
Yeah, clean game from both teams, not too many turnovers like we've seen in some games this year.
Simeon, that's no good, rebound by Preston.
But a lot of fouls tonight.
Finds Fiorita, yes sir. Johnny Fiorita, he's got 6 points, and Preston picks up his 2nd assist. And he gets a steal, a little tip to Drake. Credited with an assist.
Edwards got up there too. He smashed the backboard.
Almost a goaltending call if that had missed. But Edwards has been contesting everything. Fiorita. Bodies are hitting the floor.
You can feel the momentum slipping away from Norwalk, and Darien coming away with this game. I think is the biggest lead we've seen tonight. 9 points.
I believe you are correct. Drake will pick up his 4th, much to the dismay of the Darien bench.
I don't think they're going to take Drake out, though. And I agree with that.
He's been playing well tonight. He doesn't have any points, but he's been very effective on the glass. He's got 6 rebounds and 1 assist. Edwards, that's no good. Another rebound for Drake. A big rebound there. Edwards couldn't convert on the 1-and-1, but he's playing some defense. He adds so much value to this Norwalk team with his defense. Here he goes. Gets the steal from Kiskin. Here he comes. And Kiskin's going to pick up his 4th. Big Ben in some foul trouble late in this game, Trey.
I still wouldn't take either of them out. They're too much of an important part of this Darien team, and I would let them foul out.
1 and 1 for Edwards here.
You also have depth on the Darien bench and Jack Barber.
Barber, no fouls. So you can play him and maybe expend a foul or two. Well, actually, no, because it's a 1 and 1. As Cameron Edwards will hit the 1st. Lead down to 8.
Norwalk's only been to the line twice tonight. Interesting enough, with all the fouls.
I believe this is the 3rd time.
Third time, yeah.
Edwards missed the 1st. And he hits the 2nd. He went 2 for 2 on that trip. On his 1st attempt, he missed the 1st. And he didn't get the 2nd. He'll go take a seat on the bench. Kiskin player is down on this press. Here comes Drake. Preston, double team, jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Wave. That could have been costly, Trey. They're getting a lot of pressure on this Darien team. They're trying to force some steals.
Fiorita and Kiskin are down by Norwalk side of the.
They're leaving Miles Drake up top to maneuver by himself. Darien's going to try to waste some clock here.
Norwalk's got to be a little more aggressive than this right now.
Cross court pass to
Now they're gonna
Fiorita.
try and foul.
Whelan is upset.
Yeah, I think he just said we're trying to get one now, which is quite comical.
Fiorita will head to the line. Drake will check in for Dahl. Simeon and Edwards will check in for Gonzalez Cherry and Amani Edwards. Fiorita, that's good. Fiorita's got 7 so far. A very spread out scoring affair from Darien.
And from Norwalk as well.
And he hits the 2nd. He gets it up to 8 for himself and 9 for the lead.
Interesting enough, Norwalk has nobody over 10 points.
Miles Drake comes down with that board. Good defense. And he'll go to the line. An uncharacteristic, a bit of a rough shooting night for Miles. He's 2 of 7.
Yeah, but if I'm Darien, I would look at that almost in a positive note, being that you've got 56 points and your leading scorer had not the best night.
But he's been very effective from the line as he hits the 1st there. He's got 13 right now. And he's got 14, and he remains perfect from the line.
Yeah, 14 points isn't that bad by any stretch of the imagination. Might not be up to his standards, but it's still a good night for most of these guys.
Foul on the floor there on Drake. That's his 5th. Trey, we've seen a dynamic duo tonight of Simeon Dahl and Miles Drake. Miles has 13 points. Miles has 14. Yes, Miles Drake has 14 points. Simeon Dahl has 15 points. They've combined for 29 of Darien's 58.
And Miles Drake has 10 points off free throws alone.
This dynamic duo has scored half of Darien's points. And we were talking about Brian Kiskin having a big night. a big triple, or a big three-headed monster tonight.
Three
Edwards
of
hits the
Darien's
first.
players over the 10-point mark, and none of Norwalk's are.
Edwards hits his first free throw. That should get him to 10, I believe. The lead is still at 10, but rebound Simeon gets it up and in. Fiorito will head to the line after the foul there from TK Kits. The lead is now 8. Fiorito will head to the line, I believe, for 1-1 still. Fiorita, he's got 9. He's got 10.
Is that 4 Darien players now?
That's
At
4
10.
Darien players who have 10 points or more. And he's got 11. Very, very spread out scoring for Darien.
This was the best Darien game I've seen this year.
I think I have to agree with you as Simeon, that's no good, rebound Kiskin. And they're gonna foul Kiskin and he's gonna head to the line.
Not only one player, but multiple players with big nights. I mean, just to name a few, Kiskin had a big night in the first quarter. Simeon Dole had a big night. Miles Drake, I think Miles Drake, you could say, had a big night too. I mean, 10 points from free throws alone, that's no easy task, especially going perfect.
Kiskin's got 13 as of right now. He's got 14. Trey, I'm gonna have to add up all these numbers in a minute. But Kiskin's got 14. And he's gonna remain at 14. But overall, I believe this is his career high on varsity. 3 ball, no good, rebound by Preston. That's his 3rd. Darien,
They ended up running away with this game, 11-point overall lead. That's not what, the score does not reflect how close this game was though.
Darien takes it by a final score of 61-50. A very good team win for Darien. That's something I want to emphasize. This was not just one player, it was multiple players. Trey, what did you see out of this Norwalk team?
Well, they kind of almost gave up at the end. They kind of let fouls also hurt them. Not all of them were warranted, but 2 technicals. That let Darien get 4 easy points. And that kind of was the momentum shift there. Norwalk was kind of hanging in there until then, but then once that happened, kind of took the wind out of Norwalk's sails.
And what did you see for this Darien team?
Well, I saw overall great team effort. Five players had
I believe 5. I'll
over
get you the
10
numbers in a
players?
second.
Over 10 points. And, I mean, that if you're Troy Bentley, you got to be really happy with that. That it's not, it's not always going to be, that doesn't always need to be the Miles Drake show. It can also, he can trust other players, especially off the bench, in like Fiorita and Barber. and to
4
name a few.
players. 4 players for Darien had 10-plus points. Miles Drake with 14, Simeon Dahl with 15, leading all scorers, John Fiorita with 13, and Brian Kiskin with 14. So I'm going to give one final shout-out to our production crew, Sarah Bogdan, our director, Kenzie O'Shea, our producer, Jack Blinky, working our one camera, Trey Cahill, my color commentator. I'm Ted Brennan, signing off for the DAF Media Network. But catch us at 7:30 right here on the DAF Media Network. New Canaan versus Darien girls ice hockey. I will see you in a bit.